I would like to inform you that I have no idea how to make lasagna.
But let's read a chapter first. Okay.
I'm buddy reading with Kat, and because I am taking this to the next level of buddy reading, I'm also buddy dinnering. So in one of Kat's vlogs recently, she made a lasagna. I actually have celiac. Pretty sure my daughter does as well. So we are a almost gluten-free family. The other three, they still eat bread around us, which is not very nice. But anyway, got gluten-free noodles. And yeah, it's been a really long time since I've made a lasagna. We went to a larger grocery store today, and so I got ricotta because we're vegetarian. We're not vegan anymore, but we are vegetarian. And nowhere in the book do they make lasagna, by the way. And this is just me making lasagna because Kat made lasagna. So, all right. We're going to set this here, and I'm going to give you an update on the book. So hopefully you can hear me a little bit. So, update. I am enjoying this book. One of my friends said she read a review that said it was PG. Yes, PG would be the appropriate rating of this book. It's not a bad book. It's actually it's really cute. It's well written, but I don't know how to explain it. It's not keeping it doesn't keep my attention to where I want to. Move the camera. The book itself is good. It's well written, but it does not keep my attention to where I'm just dying to read the next chapter. I mean, it's kind of just a slow read for me. Very much not bingeable, right? I think you could read it very quickly. It's easy to read. This is not opening very well. It's not something that I would probably go recommending to everybody. I don't think it's going to be everybody's cup of tea. However, it is very cute. It's not set in the fall, which I thought it was at first. It's not. It's actually set more towards the summertime, so it's not a fall read. It's just it has kind of fall themes in the way that it's cozy, and it has a lot of references to magic, obviously, and it's in a a fantasy world, so that's kind of fun and cozy for the fall. But it's definitely not a fall themed, not a fall read. It's very difficult for me to talk to the camera and also make lasagna at the same time, apparently. So I am going to get back to doing this, and I will check in with you guys later. I'm about halfway through, by the way, with the book. Now, I will say I am getting ready to start a class it's got elementary, middle grades reads. And so I'm going to be reading a lot of middle grades books in the next 8 weeks. So that is not typical on my channel. However, I am going to be a librarian, so I'm going to take you guys along that ride. All right. We're just going to do that together. So, okay. Thanks for hanging out. All right.
I'd like to inform you that I have no idea how to make lasagna. And this is like a wing and a prayer. Okay. So I'm hoping that I didn't just ruin it. My husband says I use too much sauce. But we're going to find out. Hello. I'm drinking my tea. It's been a couple days because I've been a bit under the weather.
as you might be able to tell from my voice. I've been doing a lot of schoolwork because I have just started a second class for this semester, and that class is called, hold on, let me get the right name for it, Advanced Materials for Children. So this class, I have to read at least 2 books a week. At least 2. And could be up to 4 because it is a 16-week course that's shrunk down into 8 weeks. And so over the next 8 weeks, I will be incorporating some of these children's and middle grades books into my vlogs because that is what I'm going to be reading. It's not usually what I read. It's not usually what this channel is about, but you know what? That's what's happening in my life. And so we're going to go for it. So I wanted to share with you my final thoughts on the book, The Spell Shop. There we go. See, a little bit of a head cold, so we're getting through it. All right. Hi, Kat. I'm in my son's room right now, and I'm going to vlog this for you and for everyone watching. I'm going to give a very short synopsis of my final thoughts on The Spell Shop. 3.5. Not my favorite. Not gonna lie, not my favorite. I didn't love the attitude of the girl at the beginning. About 75% of the way into the book, it got really it felt like there was just a lot going on that didn't need to be going on. Random bits of story that I was like, where did that come from? Not a fan. But the story was, like you said, Kat, you said it was a warm hug, and I agree. There was a lot of coziness. But for those of you that are like, ooh, I want a cozy fall vibe book, can't talk. This is not set in the fall. It is set in the summer. So just FYI, not a fall book. However, she makes jam, so it kind of feels like fall. And she ends up making apple stuff at the end, so kind of feels like fall. But it's not fall. It's summer. Anyways, Kat, I don't know how you felt about it, but it wasn't my favorite. It really did not keep me, enthralled. And there's some things at the end. I'm going to cut this part out for those of you that I don't want spoilers, so this is only for Kat. Anyway, okay, so back to regular scheduled. I had to cut that out. A 3.5. I read it. It was cute, but not my favorite. In fact, I may even just give it a 3. Honestly, probably a solid 3. Yeah, because it wasn't bad writing. It was just not my favorite. So. Well, hello, Nora. How are you? Okay, so I wanted to show you guys one of the thrift store finds that I got. I don't know if I like it with these jeans or not, but I really wanted to get it and wear it without a t-shirt underneath it. Maybe I should see what it would look like. Okay, hold on. So this is kind of the look I was going for. That I had in my head, like V-neck and just really cute. I liked it tucked in. My daughter was like, no, I wouldn't tuck it in, but this is, I think, a little more of the look I was going for, a little more elevated. I do like the other one too, but untucked with those black jeans, it was cute as well. But I think this is going to be the outfit of the day with my new thrifted shirt, sweater, cardigan, whatever. But yeah, I'd been looking for one like this so that I could just like button it up and wear it as a shirt. I've just seen that a lot and I really like it. So, okay, this is it. I don't have my shoes on though, but we are going to go run an errand. I have to go down to an Alza box and get something that I purchased. One of the things is cat food because I'm always buying cat food, but we're going to go do that. And then I think I might sit outside and read. I started a new book and I need to tell you about it. So we're going to do that too. All right.
Máte celkem 3 balíky ve 2 stránkách. Vezměte si 2 balíky a poté zavřete.
I wanted to sit outside and read because I really needed to touch grass. Like I really need to touch grass, like really bad. But it's a little chilly. So I think I'm going to wait until tomorrow and see how it goes. See how the weather is. Yeah, because I really wanted to like take my socks off and put my feet on the grass. Yeah, I don't think that's happening today. So we are getting all this off and I want to share with you what I'm reading now because, oh my gosh. Okay, let me take my coat off. Are you ready? Are you ready? I am going to tell you all about this book. So it's called Once Upon a Demon's Heart. I know. It is by K.M. Moranova. She wrote, oh my gosh, am I going to forget it? It is, you know what? I'm going to put it right here because I can't remember the title of it right now. Probably about like the beginning of the year, I read that book and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed her writing style. It's like really easily digestible, but she's good. I don't know. She's a little dark, right? Has a little bit of some dark themes in it. But this is, again, it's called Once Upon a Demon's Heart. And okay, please take a moment to just really appreciate this artwork, okay? She does all of her own artwork. So cool, right? She actually got signed by Bloom Books. And I'm not surprised. So this is going to be a duology. The second one comes out, I think, in 2026 sometime. It's a really quick read. I think it's like 250 pages. It's not even that long. And basically we have demigods. You don't really know about the god. Like the gods are there, but not really. Like they're part of the story, but not really. I don't know. It's hard to explain. But there's gods, demigods, and then demons and humans, but we haven't interacted with any humans yet. But they are supposed to be in this world. And it's about this demigod and a demon who the guy is the demon, and he has literally killed her in battle 20 times. She keeps reliving the same week over and over and over again. And you don't really follow along with that, but she is telling you about that, like how she's been reliving all of these lives and what she's done, total Groundhog's Day, but like every time it resets is when he kills her. And so this time we are finally the 21st time she does things differently. And then ensues the story of her like having to marry him. But that, like, I'm not giving away anything. That based on like the synopsis of the book. So it's really good. I think if you enjoy like vampire, I know you're like, what? It's a demon. If you enjoy, just trust me, if you enjoy vampire stories, if you like a little spice, What else? If you enjoy the, oh, I guess like, do you know how when you read a book about like werewolves and they have like the mating type stuff? I don't know. It's weird to say that out loud, but like those sort of things, like it's really interesting and I'm really enjoying it. It's like exactly what I needed right now. My life is super stressful at the moment. You wouldn't know by, my wonderful demeanor, but it's very stressful. We have a lot of things going on behind the scenes with visa issues and just issues with my husband's job. And so, yeah, we are in a little bit of a weird time right now. Also, I'm like eyeball deep in classwork. So that's my update for now. I'm really enjoying it. I think I'm already like 75% of the way through this book. So I will definitely be finishing it within the next day. I'm going to sit and actually read right now. I need to make some potato soup. I got stuff to make potato soup for tonight. And so I'm going to do that. Let's go make some dinner because my kids will be home soon.
But let's read a chapter first. Okay.
I'm going to show you guys the heart. I was like, I've never seen a potato as a heart. I thought it was so cool. So, what I really want to know right now is I really want to know what you're reading. If you don't mind, comment below what books you're reading right now, what book you're reading, your favorite book you're reading at the moment, or have read lately. I have a lot of books on my TBR, but sometimes I'll just be like, I don't really care what's on my TBR, and I hear of another book that somebody else is reading, and I'm like, ooh, I want to read that. I think I'm gonna read after this it's like a set in the fall. I think it was on my TBR, but set in the fall in like 1997 or something like that. It's a little romance. It's about the fall in Vermont. I don't remember the name of it. But it's on my TBR. So I think I'm going to read that after this one. But I don't even think I'll get to that one in this vlog. That's going to be next week. Like I was telling you earlier, I've got a lot of reading to do for my class. And that really is going to take precedence over some of these other things I want to read, unfortunately. And also, like, I think that's why I'm going to do pretty, like shorter books. Like, oh my gosh, I want to read Nocticadia, and I also want to read Alchemized, but I don't have the ability to do that right now. Like, I don't have it in me. I just don't. Let's get the bay leaf in there. Then I gotta put some broth and let it do its thing. Okie dokie, I will. Do you guys ever put 2 bay leaves in when they're small? Yes, I do. Oh, that smells so good. All right, I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's all done. Good morning. We are going to finish up this vlog by talking about Once Upon a Demon's Heart. I finished it last night and I'm giving it roughly 3 to 3.5 stars for a few reasons. First, I think it did need to be a little bit longer, but not by much. The ending felt a bit rushed, but it did tie everything up nicely. There's going to be a second book, so that's going to be fun. So it didn't leave you in a cliffhanger, but it definitely left you going, huh? Like, oh, there needs to be more. But it answered all the questions that you had in that book, which I really appreciated. However, it did kind of just tell you and not show you. So points deducted. Also had a bit of an issue with, okay, I shouldn't say issue. I am not a huge fan of monster romance. Okay, we'll just put it that way. And this definitely had elements of that towards the end. It's a demon and demigod. And so some of the anatomy was more monster than human. And I don't know. I know some people like love monster romance, but I am not one of those people. So I didn't absolutely love that aspect of the book. I think that the characters needed to be fleshed out just a little bit more. You could tell it was probably one of her first books that she's written, but it wasn't bad, and it was a great story. Like, again, the curse of her having to relive lives over and over again. And in fact, I kind of wish the author had like dove into that a bit more even. So I think that maybe putting, instead of it being a duology and having 2 books, maybe she should have just written 2 or one really long one. I am also not a huge fan of book after book after book of romantasy. I like it being like one and done. I like get in the story and then get out. Like I don't know, because the world building is just so immense that sometimes I just forget stuff. So I enjoy it when it's just kind of like, one book. But anyway, that's a me thing. That's not a book thing. That has nothing to do with this book. I just think it could have been a little more fleshed out in some areas. However, it was still enjoyable. And I think if you like vampire, if you like demon, demigod, or demon god sort of stories and that aspect of romantasy, you should definitely read this book. It's short. It's very short. And her second one, I think, is coming out at the end of 2026 or mid 2026. I'm not sure. It's coming out next year, though, not this year. I'm going to do some yoga in my hairy yoga pants because I've got cat hair all over them. It's lovely. And then next week, diving into a nice cozy fall book I'm very excited about. I'll also share with you some of the books I'm reading for my class. Lots of like children's literature. So middle grades and children. Okay. I'll talk to you guys later and see you in the next video. Bye.